Hi, I love you. I boyfriend need. Come talk, please. I send pictures. Discreet carry bags, right?
Discreet carry bags. So we got a lot to talk about, and I think the kids are going to get a lot out of this one. They're really going to appreciate it. Some companies,
a lot of kids that watch this.
One company in particular is probably going to be pretty mad about this series, but before we get into all of that, we will just say thanks for popping by. You know, like, this is a channel and we put effort into it, and thanks for popping by, guy. I say guy because I think we are just over 99% male viewership. So
it used to be like 97, now
it's climbing.
90.
So I don't know if that's good for our male viewership or bad for our female viewership, but either way, we're crunching in on 100% male viewership here.
To me, that's like a win-win, because the women that watch this are probably some pretty badass chicks.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. But we do appreciate you coming and hanging out with us for a bit. This is a channel where we are a little bit more loose and loosey-goosey, and we joke around. There's not a lot of rules, and it's rated R, and hey, we might say balls or whatever.
It's NC-17.
You know. And it's fun. There's a dog that comes on set, so we do appreciate you coming by. And behind the scenes, we actually run a real estate business, believe it or not. And we operate in a bunch of different states, including Utah for me, Arizona for Chris, and a bunch of other states. And if you need anything, you should inquire within. And despite coming here and joking and having fun with you guys, we are actually pretty obsessive and detail-oriented about what we do. So don't mistake the stupidness that we do on videos for casualness when it comes to our business. That said, so we're gonna get into this series. Tell everyone what this series is.
So we were spitballing one day about just kind of the climate of the world right now and things that I like to carry on myself, whether it's to and from work, running the grocery store, whatever it might be, right? And so we started talking about like an ideal bag setup for the vehicle, depending on what the scenario is. You get in a car accident, you got to bail, you need medical, some crackhead starts torching off rounds towards you. Are you going to return fire? What's the bag going to be set up like for that? You're potentially driving and traffic stopped for some reason. There's cars behind you, cars in front of you. You can't drive away. You need to get out on foot, get away from whatever's going on where you're at, if you catch my drift with that. And so we were just spitballing.
I think we all catch that.
I would hope so. If you don't know what's going on, then you should be ashamed. But we started spitballing on that and what our best ideal bag setup would be for our individual needs. And we were like, you know what? This would be a great series.
Well, yeah, and the idea is, hey, like, with the world being as absolutely, so we're filming this. This will be out in November. We're filming this 2-3 weeks before the election, and it's a chaotic world, and who knows what's going to happen with the election. Smarter people than us got to answer that one. But look, in reality, I think a lot of people right now are looking at the way the world is and going, I don't see it getting any more calm anytime soon. And I would like to have a bag on me that doesn't scream gun, that I could have a basic level of a fighting bag that does not indicate that. And so we started sort of going down the rabbit hole of this. In this series, we're going to bring you 5 different bags, and we're gonna basically start from the least expensive and just work our way up, which is also going to correlate a little bit in terms of how much capacity those bags have. And so we're going to get into it. And today's bag is going to be our 511 bag that we got here. So it's a 511 Tactical. It's the LV10 Sling pack, and it is a 13 liter. So you're looking for the 13L on the site. And it's a very cool bag. I'll just give you the very, very basics. It's the only bag in the series that's going to be a sling bag. So you basically wear it like this. You do have a strap that comes with it that, hey, if you wanted to run this strap basically from here to cinch down to the bag just to give you a little bit more stability, you could. In my honest opinion, I mean, like, when are you ever going to be like out, unless you're like super like athletic power walking
or cross country skiing?
Yeah, like, I mean, there's very little scenario. I mean, you could, right? I could hip shimmy that bag around, but in reality, this is a strap that comes with the bag. I don't particularly feel the desire to use that, but it is going to be our one sling pack that we've got. And really what we're going to do with all these bags, show you maybe 1 to 2 options in terms of how you could set these bags up. This is pretty cool because, I mean, look, it's a sling bag, and this bag from 511, frankly, is very cool, and it does not scream weapons
At all.
At all, minus one thing, and we will talk about that, and it's a very simple solution that 511 is not going to be super happy that I brought up. So let's see, a couple things here, just basics. So 800 cubic inches, we'll try to give you the size of these just so you have a sense for those of you who are interested in that. It's 110 bucks. So look, the price is very, very good on this. I mean, 110 bucks, I think is an absolutely appropriate price. Sure, it's, you know, 511 is going to be a big company, mass produced stuff, but it's a good bag, you know. We're going to break it down. So we're just going to kind of go pocket by pocket here. I'll give you configuration 1, how I've got it set up now, and I think it's probably the best use for it, but we do have one. So in the back compartment here, which when you flip, so if you're wearing the bag, the idea being that, hey, I'm in the streets, and shit pops off, right? They were mostly peaceful protesters. All right. You know,
Tonight, they're not.
Ben Shapiro, best line of all time, he was like, O.J. Simpson was mostly peaceful the night he killed a couple people. Like, mostly peaceful, pretty funny, right? So the idea is that, like, hey, look, and there is an actual handle here that you could grab if you wanted to, or
I
just...
didn't catch that. That's cool.
Yeah, it's cool. You could just muscle it around, or you could actually grab the handle if you can reach that under stress. Flip the bag around. I'm doing this delicately to try not to interfere too much with my microphone for you at home. And then your back panel here, really, you want to stage your zippers properly, but zip this bag open, and then boom, gun comes out, right? So just to
Appease people.
yes, empty gun. So this is just a Glock 19, right? And I will show some footage in terms of how this is wedged in here because it's a little bit of a unique system. I will tell you this, how the bag comes does not give you a lot of leeway in terms of, it's a very good baseline platform, but you're gonna need to do some outfitting in terms of where you're gonna have to figure out a solution for getting your gun holstered up securely inside of this. I will tell you that as I've been messing around with this, and again, to each their own on this, would personally probably leave this unchambered unless you said, look, I am literally about to walk through a riot zone. Okay, cool, maybe you go ahead and like you run the gun hot, but typically I'm gonna run mag loaded, chamber empty, because look, by the time that gun comes out to get around that gun, I mean, what are we talking about? Half a second to chamber around, right? So you can run a Glock 19 comfortably in there with a couple extra backup mags. And again, we'll show you footage of how all this is Velcroed in. This whole panel here, hook and loop. So
It's all Velcro?
yeah, it's pretty cool. And not the whole thing, not both sides, but just the one side is. Now,
Which makes sense.
yeah. So
I mean, I guess that would be a nice feature if you wanted to stage like something else on this other side, but
yeah, and
not
the next
necessary.
pack that we're talking about, that will be the case. So it actually a couple bags are going to have
we're
that.
just
So a little bit different. But so that's really a dedicated gun compartment. I mean, you could put other things in there, but that's clearly what it's set up for. If you go into your main pouch here, really it's pretty open. I mean, it's very like admin bag oriented. So in here, that's a Blue Force Gear IFAK, pretty cool. Just
good IFAKs.
Small, discreet.
Good little
like,
IFAK.
And we're gonna be running this same gear in most of the bags you're gonna see, so don't expect you're gonna see a lot of different gear because this is the actual gear that I would be running. That is a Rat's tourniquet, which great tourniquets, also low profile, could throw it in a pocket, like super easy, pretty dummy proof, which is why I like it. I've got a handheld light, right? So just running a Surefire there. Also have a multi-tool, and you've got multiple, 2 different little pouches here, but you know, all I really did was throw a couple extra Surefire batteries in there. Pretty, you know, simple, honestly, nothing super complex there. You got 2 more compartments here. So this one is well, it feels like felt, but I guess it's actually the same thing now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, it's the same Velcro. I thought it was just felt for sunglasses or something, which you could
Both.
if you needed to protect your shades.
Dual purpose.
No problem. But I've just got a fixed blade in there. It's not hooked into anything. You could, again, Velcro that down. For me, it's just floating around in there because the compartment isn't that, you know, it's pretty small. Nothing's going to be bouncing around. And just for the hell of it, threw a suppressor in there just so you guys have a sense of size. That way, if you're really doing some like wet work or something like that in the middle of the night, you're operating, whatever, cool, pull your suppressor out, James Bond quiet. That pouch, oh, never mind. Thought I didn't have anything in there.
Merry Christmas.
The dust right in my face.
Wow.
Right in my face. right in my mouth. My mouth was open. It hit me right in the mouth. So, 30, what are these? 33s, right? Yeah, 33s. Glock stick, right? So pretty cool. If you really shit pops off in the street, and I went through 3 19 mags and now I got to top up with a 33, boom, there you go.
You've gone through 45 rounds already and you got to top off with another 33.
Shit went south.
Yeah, it's a little bad.
Yeah, it went south.
It's a bad day.
But honestly, it's a very, very cool little bag.
That is, man. I'm like pleasantly surprised with this little bag.
Now, it's cool. That's configuration number 1. I'm going to show you one more configuration of this that minus the gun itself, everything else is going to remain the same. Okay, configuration number 2. Again, we're not going to go through tourniquets and all that stuff. All that would be exactly the same. The only thing that's really swapped out is the firearm. This is going to be a little bit, and this was getting this bag. I was like, I wonder if this is going to fit. So,
I'm hyped on this.
Probably first time you've seen this on camera, or at least on this channel. You could deploy your Flex Defense Brace, right? This is specifically the Raider, which is their new one, which we will likely do a review of another time. So we're not going to get all into this thing today. But primarily with this bag series, our focus has been, hey, pistols, that can fit pretty much in any bag. But the goal being, hey, in chaotic times, some sort of shoulder-fired weapon from a bag that does not scream gun. So, and again, what's pretty neat about these is you've got a mag that's in the gun and you've got your, well, second mag here. So for those of you who don't know who that works, you go to a slide lock reload, you push a button, that mag drops, that mag goes in. Pretty nifty. So really you've got, depending on the mags, you know, in the neighborhood of 40 rounds just in,
pretty cool.
In your one little platform there.
Plus a red dot that's non-reciprocating, flashlight.
Yeah, you know, red dot light, like, and again, a lot more stable, you know, all that good stuff. So that's just a couple options in terms of, hey, this bag, what could you fit in it? It is, again, our least expensive bag. So we wanted to start with that and then expand out. Now, I will tell you, just in terms of a couple pros and cons, very little in the way of cons. I will tell you, hey, I'm a lefty, for those of you who don't know. So in terms of, does it really matter if you're a righty or a lefty? No, it works fine. And that was my concern when I first got it. I kind of like mind fucked myself a little and I was like, hang on. And I just wasn't doing it right. But I was like, oh, this actually works great for a lefty. It doesn't matter full. It's not ambi, but it turns out it is. So I don't know, maybe that just means it is ambi. Maybe I just like double negative to myself or something.
Yeah, it is. I was looking at it while you're playing with it. The straps to bring it around are on both top and bottom.
Yeah.
So whether you're righty or lefty, you got that.
Yeah, yeah, pretty neat. So works no matter what hand you are. There is really not a ton that you need to do in the way of outfitting this thing for how you want it set up. Really the main thing that you're gonna have to figure out, and it's not massively complicated, but hey, look, this panel where your gun is gonna go, you've gotta figure out what you're doing with this. Because really this is gonna be, as we've shown in footage, hey, basically you're gonna have to figure out how you want to get your pistol set up and your, that's not the direction the gun would be, but you guys get the idea. You're gonna have to figure out some way to mount your kydex or whatever you're doing on this back panel. That might require a little bit of outfitting from some sort of kydex guy or something. I will tell you, just shout out to you know, Cheap Gun Challenge, you all know that Jeff from RDR is the villain.
The villain.
We're all on that same wavelength. Evil guy, cheats on everything, but he made a fantastic system that works very well in this bag. So props to Jeff and RDR Gear for that. But pretty cool little setup on that.
So are these little keepers so the whole bag doesn't fold open when you unzip it?
Yeah, so basically,
I'm assuming that's
if
the
these
point of
keepers are attached, the idea is that, hey, when you unzip this, instead of this whole thing just flopping open, which really, that's the most that it could go.
But with all the weight, that would annoy the hell out of me. So
it could, yeah.
That's kind of cool.
So basically, they would just keep the thing so that, hey, it's just going to open enough.
You can get a hand in there and that's it.
Get a hand in, gun out, and,
that's pretty
and
cool.
you're in business.
Well thought out, 511.
Yes. Now, one thing, I'm going to bring this up. I know it's totally out of sequence, but some of you right now may have already noticed this. If you haven't, you're going to notice, is that his left arm?
What the?
Like, what the hell? So let's go explain it, because it's been explained on video before. For those of you who are like, bro, what's up with the one black sleeve? Fucking cool guy.
Are those racist tattoos?
And that's the best conspiracy that's been going around the YouTube channel right now, is what racist shit on my arm am I covering up? Pure entertainment value, guys. We're not going to go down that. Very rarely, but occasionally, I will tag my personal Instagram page on the 1911 page, which is basically just stupid stuff with me and my dog. But I did post a completed photo of this. So if you ever want to go cyber stalk me and find out that tattoo and everything, knock yourself out. But hey, we got to complete a tattoo now, just in time for winter. So this will be covered up for the next 6 months again. So you're welcome there. Now, let's see, really about 2 considerations. Really my only real con with this bag is, hey, look, I get it's so painful for a company to go, why would I not want my branding all over the bag? Well, because your branding is 511, and anyone who's remotely knowledgeable is going to know that that's a tactical thing, which means, hey, there could be a bag in this. So the fact that there's a 511, yeah. So the fact that there's a tag right there that says 511, again, if you're walking down the street and to the people behind you, this is the view they're seeing, and I see a 5.11, right, a 511 tactical logo there, I'm like, they probably got a gun in that bag, right? So I really wouldn't want to scream that fact. I do believe that there is one more, if I remember right, although it may just be that one. I'm only seeing the one right now. I thought there was one more, but I guess it's just that one. So, hey, look, very simple solution. I hate to break 511's heart here, but cut that bitch off, right? Cut that damn tag off. They still got your business. They still got your money. They made a good bag, but I would cut the 511 tag off. And then about your only other consideration, hey, within this back panel, you're gonna have to be aware of how long are the magazines, because that's gonna be your limitation to what you can or can't get in there. So like on the Flux, for example, these are the
17s.
17s, right? So they will fit, as you saw, like this did come out. 17s are the longest mags you could get in something like that. Obviously, if you're just running a Glock or something, you could have a little bit of leeway in terms of how you set that up, but just be aware of that. But really, at the end of the day, very good bag, blends in very well. It functions also nicely just as a regular like EDC bag. Like you're heading to the office and you've got your bullshit and your toilet paper, like whatever, like whatever shit people carry to. I haven't been to I don't go to offices, so I don't know what keys, shit. Like it works well as that, and you can get a gun in it.
One little caveat with that tag, might be a spoiler alert. Some of the other bags we have from other companies have no markings whatsoever.
Yes, minus one that has plenty of markings, but no one's gonna figure that bag out. And that's coming in part 3, everyone. I'm excited about that one. So, look, honestly, very good bag, especially if you're on a budget, 110 bucks, you really can't go wrong. Like it's solid. I mean, I can find very, very little to nitpick on this. Even if I had spent 150 bucks, I would feel like it was justified if I'm being straight with you guys, which, hey, we aim to be straight with you guys. Oh, by the way, just so you know, so no one hits us up, nature of the relationship with all these companies, we're going to say, we totally forgot to say that at the beginning, this bag was purchased, so that was $110 plus shipping of my hard-earned money that went to 511, and I don't regret it because it's a good bag. So that's that. If you got any questions, comments on this bag, feel free to chime in below, and thanks for popping in. I don't have anything inspiring to leave these people with.
See ya.
See ya. That's the end of the inspirational line there.